Hello, my name is Dustin Udwich, and I'd like to welcome you to the Unit 6 assignment for MGT-660 Strategic Entrepreneurship. The title of this presentation is A Strategic Plan for River City Fitness. This assignment will focus on the efforts of Brian and Claire Nelson to develop a strategic plan to enter the fitness industry. The story of Brian and Claire Nelson. Brian was a middle school teacher at Pocahontas Middle. He was beloved by his students, and he was an outstanding role model for sticking with physical activity, having a positive outlook, and supporting an overall healthy lifestyle. Brian also had 8 personal training clients at a local big box exercise facility. 3 days a week, he would go to the gym to train his clients after teaching. He always picked up his training in the summers when school was out. Although only part-time, Brian has been named Trainer of the Month 4 times, and his clients are walking billboards for his work. Brian's wife Claire is a well-respected finance manager for a concierge doctor's office in town. She manages the books, works with the budget approval and adjustment, and presents company financials to leadership and stakeholders each month. Claire loves her work family but does feel micromanaged by the COO from time to time. Brian and Claire have 2 children in elementary school. Brian's daughter often asks him why he hasn't opened a gym yet. Claire familiarized herself with the cost that would be associated with opening a fitness facility, and she brought that conversation to Brian in 2015. The couple had informal conversations about the possibility of entering the fitness space. Claire's brother entered the conversation in 2018, saying that he would gladly front the money for any equipment needed for the facility. Claire and Brian drafted a business draft in Q2 of 2019. They are now broaching final steps to solidify a business plan. It was time to develop a plan that would allow the couple to undertake and overcome the challenges that would come along with opening a small business. Establishing a mission and a vision are key. Why does the company exist? What is the overall purpose of the company? Brian has a passion for making people feel better. The company's mission would be improving the lifestyles of those affiliated with River City Fitness in order to improve the quality of life for patrons and the ones they love. Over the long haul, the company would aspire to inspire, to make their clients feel the best they could, and for them to take that home to their families. The small business would grow and offer many family-oriented activities to support their culture. The pair would then turn to outlining their core values. Both of them brought their past experiences to the table in order to outline what would be at the core of River City Fitness. Claire would see to it that patrons were not just numbers in a large system, and Brian would not bring a salesy nature to training as he had seen in the corporate gym setting. The core values of the business would rest in supreme service and care for their clients. As part of the strategic planning process, Brian and Claire completed a SWOT analysis. For example, they listed their strengths as customized nature of business, personal training, health coaching, sleep science, fitness-related nutrition, stress management, and efficient tobacco cessation methodology. Brian and Claire were diligent in outlining objectives and operation. They were sure to outline exactly what resources they would need and where. Brian and Claire would do most of the work to get the business off the ground. Brian would work with 12 to 14 clients, while Claire would run the books. There would be no front desk associate. They would start with 1 new personal trainer, which would begin with 4 pre-assigned clients. The trainer would simply meet their client at the gym for each personal training session. Perhaps the hardest decisions the couple would have to make had to do with funding. What they decided is that Claire would track the company's output and performance against preset targets. With clients being lined up before the gym even opened, the couple knew they could cover all operational costs and start earning money right away. Their goal was to have 6 full-time personal training clients lined up. This would easily cover their monthly operational expenses. Brian's following was unbelievably loyal, and he had already had 11 verbal commits to come train with him at his new facility once it opened. The couple was in a very good position. They still had big decisions to make. How would they fund their new business? There was much to consider. After an assessment of their current financial standing, Claire indicated that they could safely invest $22,000 on the front end of operations. The couple explored the following: need for more capital, what money was a cushion versus what was for expansion, the current state of the market and what demands would come by way of the consumer, and urgent day one needs. Brian and Claire looked at debt financing as an option. In this scenario, they would borrow $12,000, for which they would be paying interest on. The plus side is it would allow the business to retain 100% ownership. However, to secure the money, they would have to do so with company assets and personal guarantee. They could use banks, credit unions, state programming, or commercial finance companies. In the end, Brian and Claire said no to debt financing. The Nelsons then looked to the option of equity financing. Here, they entered more conversation with Claire's brother, David. David would front $20,000 to outfit the gym. In return, he would get 6% share of ownership in the gym. There'd be no debt option for the Nelsons. They would also not have the pressures that come with repayments. David would also outline his monthly duties to support the marketing campaign, which would entail email marketing, referral system, and vendor fairs. The company goes with this option. The couple says yes. The Nelsons would use equity financing along with the bootstrapping approach. Since the business would start in a very self-sufficient manner, the company knew they could use bootstrapping techniques for most of their startup costs. This strategy would reduce the need for external financing as well as working capital. This would cut down on the strings attached agreements they would have to make otherwise. The company could buy equipment on credit to maximize their bootstrapping approach. They chose to begin with a 1,400 to 1,700 square foot place instead of a 2,500 or more. This would lower monthly rent by $1,450 to $1,700 a month and allow them to grow into their business. Brian and Claire exhibited a very meticulous nature as they worked towards finalizing the plan for River City Fitness. They used the website associated with the United States Small Business Administration for many resources. They completed all the necessary paperwork with a neutral third party present. They ended up signing a 5-year lease for a 1,900 square foot location in a great part of town. They began searching for a part-time trainer by word of mouth. David and Brian would work very closely to outline the equipment to be purchased for the new facility. This concludes the Unit 6 assignment, and I'd like to thank you for your time.